to all our Good afternoon to all our audience, and good afternoon to all of you joining us from wherever you are currently in the globe, whether from Africa, from Central Asia, or from Southeast Asia. Wherever you are joining us from, I want to give you a warm welcome to this event, which is proudly sponsored and organized by NICE Global Impact, which is an organization that basically work in the non-for-profit sector and also has activities around economic empowerment, around education, around health, and also around empowering the people, I mean, the community. We basically set out to support community-based organization in achieving their goal within their respective community. We understand that no matter how small or how little it is, you are trying to make a very impactful activity in your organization and in your community. So NICE Global basically is out there to support activities in different countries. Specifically, I'm going to mention a few of the countries that NICE Global is present. We talk about the presence in Tanzania, that is Africa. We talk about presence in Kyrgyzstan, that is the Central Asia, and also talking about the Southeast Asia, in Indonesia specifically. And my name is Abdul Hakim Akimbade. In case you are wondering, I'm going to be your host for today, and I'm not doing that alone. I'm doing this right from Malaysia, and I'm supported by my co-host, which actually is my co-pilot. Monata is here on the other side. Monata, over to you.
Thank you so much, Abdul Hakim. You know, before I start, I always wanted to become an astronaut, and now you are calling me your co-pilot. So dreams kind of come true.
I
So
think,
hi,
I think,
everyone.
I think if I can interject you there, Monata, I'm a very big fan of aviation. I know so many things about aviation. I can count down when a plane is about to land. I can count down, and at the count of my 10, the tires will be touching the ground. And so I synchronize. So it means that we both align in the area of aviation. I'm a big fan of aviation, Monata.
We should definitely talk after this webinar about it. Thank you so much, Abdul Hakim. So
Yeah.
hi, everyone. I'm Manat Alexander, and welcome to our webinar. I'm representing NICE Kyrgyzstan. If you have probably been wondering what is NICE Kyrgyzstan, this is an organization dedicated to making a real impact, whether it's improving education, supporting youth, empowering women, driving digitalization, or working towards environmental sustainability. In short, what I can say, if there's any challenge, we are there to tackle it. So this is super shortly about who we are and what we do in Kyrgyzstan.
Thank you
Back to
very
you.
much. Yeah, thank you very much, Manata, for that brief introduction and very loaded introduction about Nice Kyrgyzstan. And for those that are just joining us, I'm your pilot, like I said, and I have my co-pilot, Manata. We are going to be driving you on a cruise level of about 33,000 feet above sea level. Be calm, and we are going to guide you with our speaker today. Aizhan is here with us. She's going to be taking us through our first topic. You may be wondering why this webinar. We particularly, very interested in the support of community-based organization. NICE Global, from time to time, organize events to ensure that we enlighten CSOs and also entrepreneurs on their journey. How do they navigate the journey? How do they make profit? How do they make impact? And also, how do they ensure that their business model is so sustainable to ensure that they live a long lifespan rather than dying in less than 10 to 5 years. So in order to achieve that, NICE Global from time to time bring experts from different parts of the world at free basis. This is an event organized for free to all our participants in order that you can learn from experts on the job and also be able to understand the current waves that is applicable in the industry and how to navigate it. And again, we also try to ensure that we guide you on how to make profits while you are also creating a very large impact. Today, like I said, we are having our speaker for today, Aizhan, is going to be taking us through the first topic. I will just hand over the other side to Monata to help introduce our speaker for today.
Hello, everyone.
Aizhan,
Should
a
I
little
start
bit.
already or not?
Can you give me a
Can
second? So before Aizhan starts, everyone, could you please check if you are on the translation mode, because we have our translator with you. Kindly check if you are on the right channel. Yeah, if there's any questions, please type in the chat box. But before Aizhan, you start your speak, would you be so kind to let me introduce you, because you are the type of person that should be introduced.
Thank you. I'm just want
You
to
know,
be
there are so many people who talk about making difference. I've been in so many, youth organizations, in so many youth seminars, webinars, and so on. And people just, continue talking about difference. But there's a person like Aizhan who just go out and do it. Like, for real. From empowering women entrepreneurs to driving real social change, she's been at the forefront of so many impactful initiatives. And being honest, I could go on for hours about her achievements, but I believe, Aizhan, honestly, you can do it better in your presentation. So let's dive right in, and the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Manata. I will do my best to share my experience with young people. I always feel that I'm still teenager. So when people tell me my age, I say, I don't care. Even I have bigger kids, and maybe they would be also listening today our seminar. It's very inspirational to be a woman who could inspire other girls, boys all over the Kyrgyzstan, Central Asia. I've been a speaker, motivational speaker since last 10 years as I started my campaign. It could be next slide. As a person who did first cleanups of damp of lakes of Issyk in Kyrgyzstan. Можно, пожалуйста, следующий слайд? I will ask for the next slide from Farida. So just to understand my background, I was interpreter. I was just in 1994, so you would know my age. I was exchange student in United States. I learned English. I came back and I was voluntarily working for different organizations. I was looking for different experiences, and it was a great opportunity for me in that time to start my journey as an interpreter. I was translating from English to Russian, from Kyrgyz to English, was traveling all over Kyrgyzstan, and it was the beginning of collapse of our, we say, so-called USSR at the time. And now it's absolutely new generation when you have better access for studying, for traveling. In that time we were in closed communities, and for me it was bigger experience just to see another world. After United States, I learned lots of things about volunteering, and I understood that lots of things can only be managed by myself. Nobody will come and help me. I have to do it on my own. Можно следующий слайд, пожалуйста? So I'll just ask for the next slide, please. It's just the things that I'm doing, lots of things. The people who read in Russian can understand. I created lots of projects connected to business. I was working for international organizations. I was an interpreter. I graduated from American University in Central Asia, and I was also volunteering, helping to orphanages. I was helping to elderly, and this we say the sparkle about helping to your society. I think it comes with us when we're born. Everyone who is, understands the life, the meaning of life, always wants to be helpful. And I think, especially in Kyrgyzstan, we have very active youth. And from that point, I did lots of charity projects. I was, collecting foods, and I was giving to the families in need. I was writing a post, for example, in Facebook, saying, let's go and make the cleanup of Kyrgyzstan. If you let me, может быть, следующий slide. This is one of the places that I worked. I created projects connected to the restaurant and hospitality business. Since I was working in Hyatt as a person who is in charge of, I would say, like greeting guests, a hostess. I was a hostess, then I was reception lady, then I was working for sales department. After 5 years in Hyatt, I could open my own business because I was first consultant in the company, and then they gave me some access to be a manager of the hotel. It was another hotel. And when I was traveling, I saw lots of dirty places where we have not only tourists coming, but it was all our Kyrgyz citizens who would go out and leave lots of garbage after them. And I was very disappointed. I wrote a post on Facebook saying, who would like to come with me and make cleanup this Saturday? And it was unexpectedly for me, because I never had experience of gathering people through Facebook. It was 2014, yeah, that almost 11 years ago. And the post, could gather 100 and I think it was 30 people. And it was an amazing experience where I didn't believe that people would come at 6 o'clock to Bishkek, it's the capital of Kyrgyzstan, then would come to Issyk, 4 hours of driving. And immediately when they came, they said, we want to clean. And I said, no, let me give you some food, give you trainings. And they said, we have no time. We just need, the lake us needs badly. So I was very happy that I had a teammates at the time, the people with background from volunteer positions. They were people from different regions of Kyrgyzstan. They said, let's do the project in every region of Kyrgyzstan. So my movement called Academy, which is like translated Eco Breeze. It's like when we didn't know that this movement would become a huge success. The first time when we cleaned the lake dam, it was 4 tons of garbage, or 4,000 kilograms of garbage we collected only on 1 kilometer. So after that, we made lots of video, and we continued our cleaning together with the governor of Issyk region. And we did first cleanup after collapse of Soviet Union. It was like the hugest cleanup, which was 20,000 people involved. And as people were seeing me, they were tagging me on Facebook when it was dirty, or some places where it was lots of tourists and they were leaving garbage and litter after them. They were just tagging me on Facebook and saying, Aizhan, Academy, let's clean up. So I think the success of our actions was that in that time, people didn't really see that Facebook or social media could really influence to the people in government. And in our actions was lots of people before they were thinking, you want to be a deputy, or you have some kind of political ambitions. Why you're cleaning? What is your real motto? And I said, my real motto to make this lake clean, to make our country clean. So in 10 years, we've done so many actions. It was more than 300 actions we did in Kyrgyzstan, involving lots of people from different societies. It was a business. It was, as I said, the mass media. It was the activists. It was international teams who were coming from different countries who would also participate in cleaning. One of our biggest events was known by international organization Let's Do It. It's an Estonian-based organization. They invited me for trainings for 1 month. I would say again, honestly and clearly, that I didn't have any money, since, you just clean, you cover your cost of the people who come, you ask some people, pay for the clothes, some people pay for the food of these volunteers. So it was a life learning experience. When you have nothing, it still means a lot. Nothing means a lot. So you have your brain, you have your energy, and you have your driving inspirational idea, then you have a lot. So I would never know that my background from hospitality industry and interpreter would be, I would be known in my country and not only in my country. Now I'm there is organization of women leaders which called G100 Club. This organization represents leadership of women all over the world. They can be ex-presidents, ex-prime ministers of lots of countries. So it's 100 countries which are now represented in this platform, and I'm representing Kyrgyzstan for G100, most influential women in the world. So for me, to say it's a big name, but I would never ever in my dreams think that I would be, coming to this stage. And what I want to share with you, with young people, that no matter how hard start project, realize the project, find assets, find your friends and community which be supporting you. You have to know that if your idea, which is touches lots of heart, if you want to solve some, social problem or ecological problem, you have to learn about it. You have now more experience than me in this digital world with all these technologies, innovations. You could learn the problem, put it out, put it in the bold, 3 questions. What is the problem? What I can do with this problem? Who else, can be helping with you with solving the problem? So I would never know that I would have such support. And I cannot say that it was easy. It was difficult. Even when it was the first cleanup, I had our police coming to us and saying, why you are cleaning without permission? And then I thought, do I really need to have a permission to clean the lake? Do I really need to have a permission to clean the forest, with lots of garbage? And then they said, yes, all actions should be, accredited by local municipalities. Only like that you can make any actions, yes? So it was a big experience for me, life learning. But I told them, guys, I'm not accusing any of the governmental representatives. It's our mutual problem. Garbage and people who leave the garbage, it's the mutual problem of all Kyrgyz people. And I'm not putting any claims or my approach was that I'm the person who would like to put the platform of understanding to make a dialogue between all these players of the market, the ones who make the laws, the others who follow the rules, and the others who do not follow the rules. So it was an interesting experience because I could put on table all the activists who were playing important role in organizing this kind of events. And maybe the success of my story was about finding the right people, finding the right teammates. And my teammates were in each city of Bishkek. We could organize campaign just like this, in 2 days we could organize the biggest campaigns. And thanks to my motivational video, like making video before our cleanup, during cleanup, and after, when you could gather the waste, then separate it by fractions to understand how much plastic and how many other type of garbage we have. And I was just very open, sincere. I was showing what I do, so people believe me that I don't have it behind, pictures that I would be using it for my own, financial bonuses. Yes, I was only investing my time, my assets, the support of lots of my friends. And then people really understood that I'm not going to, leave the problem. Even I did lots of cleanup. People were saying, but you did, you're known in the country. What is your next step? And at the time, I knew that we don't have a recycling companies. I said, guys, you know, it's very strange that I put all this litter and we, take all these cars with tons of plastic and garbage to the litter fields, where there always will be, they will stay open in the air and all plastic will come back to the lake. And I said, this is not fair. And where is the companies who make recycling? And they said, we don't have any recycling companies. I'm like, come on, guys. So I started the campaign about explanation, about like motivating business people to open up recycling companies. We were making videos to explain that the garbage, the litter can be money, that everything working in other countries, that people really make money out of waste. And it really influence on our businesses. And our 10 years campaign, after 10 years of campaign, when we had a big protocol ministry meeting, I was very happy to know that now in our country, more than 70 recycling company working, more than 100 small recycling agents working. So we have different type of recycling industry players already. So for me, it was a big achievement, as we could change the mentality of people, that they could really influence on the society, influence on government. And now when I look back, I would not believe that I would be, one person could change it. Now when people invite me and they say you have to speak about your experience, about your achievements, sometimes I don't believe that it happened, because I'm still not believing in it, because I see still lots of problem, but I can say maybe most of the problems solved. First, that our municipality have now a rule that every Saturday we have big cleanup campaigns. From 1st of March to 1st of June, we have each Saturday, all Kyrgyz people should go for Saturday cleanups. It used to be Soviet Union rules, and it really was helping for raising new generation. The person who cleans, he would never put garbage back. So we did big campaigns, informational campaigns. And as I told you, I was invited by Estonian organization. Now it's an international organization, 159 countries involved. We did World Cleanup Day. So I didn't believe that World Cleanup Day could gather lots of people, but I tried my best. I went to a Ministry of, Education, to Ministry of Ecology. I wrote them letters like, please, let's involve students and people in school to clean up. And then I went out to President's administration. I wrote them a letter like saying, please support this World Cleanup campaign. I want to be the first one. It will be very good image for the Kyrgyzstan. And it took me lots of guts, lots of nerves, lots of stress, but lots of negotiations. So finally, the administration agreed that the president of Kyrgyzstan would be participating in this campaign, as long with other president. It was the King of Norway, vice prime ministers of France, of Germany, was the high level involvement. So I was very proud that Kyrgyzstan could participate in Cleanup Day. And I didn't sleep, the 15th of September, usually it means that 1 month before I don't sleep. I was, I ran to the different companies, organizations, volunteering, activities, design small bureaus where, I speak with people. I go to schools. I would go with my teammates to universities and make the presentation that how this World Cleanup campaign should be made. And surprisingly, it was a big involvement, and it was first time when Kyrgyzstan participated, and we won the first place among 150 countries. And it was 10% of population of Kyrgyzstan were cleaning in one day. At the time, it was about 600,000 people. And I couldn't believe, when the municipalities were sending their numbers. We were sitting in with the president's office. We were checking the numbers, and we had a representative of Let's Do It. He is originally from London, the Paul. He was coming to us and checking all the datas and the photos, because one of the rules that you should send photo of the place and the people who are cleaning. And so it was a very hard time for me. I almost lost my voice. I was, sometimes screaming and crying because, to send lots of we have, like, we call them bags, special bags for garbage, and special gloves and the t-shirts. It was a huge material stress, because I would also asking people, please provide me money, for t-shirts with word cleanup day on Kyrgyz language, to pay for mass media campaign. Now, when you tell me, would you do it again? I would say no, I would not have so much energy. But I'm so happy that we could change the exception, the understanding of people, the way that they think, that their responsibility for the garbage, not the government, not the person, not your neighbor. You're the one who will play the role if you will live in a dirty country or if you will live in the clean country. So that experience involved a huge number of people. And of course, as you know, it's written everywhere, already known, I would say, known true fact that if 10% of population do something good, it can, influence on the rest of the 90. So next 2 years after that, we won this campaign in 2018. We did 2 more cleanups, and we were winning first prizes in the world, because when the government involved, the government machine works in a different level. It's each interpreter or each company organization, they have official letter of invitation to this World Cleanup Day. Why I'm telling you that detailing, so you would know that behind the big letters, behind big names, there is a huge, tremendous job which really can be unseen. But I'm sharing this experience with you to give you knowledge that unfortunately we are still living in a very hectic world, lots of not good things happening, including wars, including climate change, which coming to our countries rapidly. We have problems with water, we have still problems with pollution, and we still have problems with educating young people how to prepare them for climate change issues which we are already facing. We are losing by economy, for example, agriculture, when we have the projects connected with raising fruits and vegetables. Lack of water also influence badly to the farmers' economy. And that is why I want you to get ready that unfortunately, next 10 years, next 20 years, we will have lots of problems connected to the climate change. And if you want to make money, if you want to be successful in this life, please, turn to these ecological issues, because there are big potential in this field. You can find lots of professions which are connected for preventing climate change, big disasters which are coming already to most of the countries. I'm sure you're listening, seeing lots of not good news around the world. So I would just really ask you to put your attention to this information, because you are the young generation who have a different brain, you have different approach to solving situation. I'm sure you can do something in a better, effective way than our generation did.
Thank you
Thank you,
very
guys.
much.
I think we
Yeah,
have lots
thank
of
you very much, Aizhan, for that explosive background, detailed practical activities that you have gone through, starting from where you started and also looking at your journey for the fact that you never even envisaged that you are going to be in the social space, but eventually you find yourself here. It's been a very long journey and a very explosive one to be learned from. If you are just joining our session, you're welcome to the NICE Global Impact Economic Empowerment Sector webinar on economic empowerment, basically. And we have today, it is a 5-series webinar, the first of which is having our session with Aizhan, Aizhan, who happens to be a social activist. And if you are just listening again, she's been speaking with us through social visionaries, women driving change through entrepreneurship. And she's been giving us her experience and trying to tell us that it is not just about the rosy and the smooth riding. It is about facing reality and tackling real life problem that come your way in the journey to making impact. And that has been our experience trying to tell us from the smallest projects that she embarked upon up until the global one that fetched Kyrgyzstan and put Kyrgyzstan in the second world best when it comes to making social impact. And I can relate with what you've been telling us, Aizhan. I could remember in 2017 when I joined something similar to your project in Nigeria, and it is called Beach Samaritan. That is the name of the organization, Beach Samaritan. So basically, the Beach Samaritan organization, we reach out to young students who are interested in making social contribution. We go to the beach because I'm from Lagos, and in Lagos is a coastal state in Nigeria where we have more than I can't count, maybe more than 20 or 30 beaches surrounding Lagos State. So there are a lot of activities around, and there's need for somebody organization to come up to clean up the beaches. And that is what we do, basically, trying to clean up the beach, trying to engage corporate organization for sponsorship, and trying to engage and making sure that the youth are also part of the social development, integrating them from the young stage. And that also speaks to part of the challenges that you mentioned, the need to get the government involved, the need to get approval where necessary, and also the need to be focused on exactly what you want to do. Don't be interested in making money or making fame, just like Aizhan has narrated in our discussion. And for us to move further, I'm going to switch to my co-pilot, Monata. Do you want to take us through some of the questions that we have in the chat box, just to have a brief of interaction with our participants before we move on?
Thank you, Akim. Yes, there are so many questions to be answered, Aizhan. Please be prepared.
Okay, I'm
I will
ready.
start from the first one. Okay. You actively support environmental initiatives. What projects do you think are especially important for Kyrgyzstan today? I think you can mention for the whole countries as well, not only for Kyrgyzstan.
I actually invite you to help me with the project which I called United Eco Nations. I am collecting green data for example, best practices for green innovation systems. For example, I created a platform and I'm still working on it. It's not easy thing. We need to collect data. Who is what producing in your country by green, let's say, standards, yes? This is a platform which will involve people who are helping to solve issues, for example, with cleaning water, with clean air, or pollution of lakes. Like there are lots of technologies that we don't even know. And I'm sure you also not aware of how many businesses around you already using the green principles. So if you would be interested, I think the organizers could send my profile on Instagram. You can send me your ideas about that. This is my my dream to make the platform which will organize all people all over the world with their green projects. So, for example, if we have issues, air pollution in Kyrgyzstan, I would be using, for example, best practices of China, which will be already put on platform. So it's like a database where you come and find a solution for your ecological problems. So I am inspired by this idea. Unfortunately, it's not coming that easy. Already it took me 2 years. I tried to make this startup for, I think it's my 10th startup, and it's not working the way I want. So if you have somebody around you, I'm sure you have lots of, you are the ones who will give the better solutions to our generation. Please help me with making this work. United Eco Nations platform for making green data useful for all people of the planet.
Thank you, Aizhan. So then I will ask my colleagues to share Aizhan's contact details to the chat box so everyone can subscribe to her social media, because she's really posting and doing awesome things in Kyrgyzstan specifically. So should I go to the next question? It's from Malika. She's saying that you have a great presentation, and her question is, what key qualities do you think are essential for a female leader in Kyrgyzstan?
Oh my God, you're just born with it. The key quality to be stress resilient, as we say, yes, you have to, the first thing you have to know that if you're doing something, there will be always somebody who will say that you're doing it wrong. So accept it, learn it from it, and try to, keep it to yourself from the positive way, because this is our life, that you will be always doing something, and there will be lots of people who will say that you're doing it wrong. So as long as your idea is about changing the world or giving a better solution to some whatever problem, to stick to it, learn about it, become professional, become, we say, with the open heart and full brain. You have to get as much as possible deep, learning and understanding of the problems. Then if you are in discussions or dialogues, if you're a professional, it doesn't mean you're a woman or man. If you know the issue, you will always win.
This is the position of a strong leader who are not dividing into genders. So if you are a very good professional, then it doesn't matter who you are. Okay, the next question, I will combine it. So what advice would you give to young women who want to start their own business but are afraid to take the first step? The first question. And the second is, what stereotypes do women face in business and the social sector in your country, and how you overcome it?
Great questions. Please write me then in Instagram, girls. I would like to connect to you. It's very interesting that you're so deeply understanding the issue. I always, as I'm doing the mentorship thing since 2005, I did so many mentorship classes. I always say, if you want to open business, don't open it first. First, go to someone who already is successful in this business. Go and work, even free of charge. Go and start from any position. Like I was working for the Hyatt hotels, and they told me that we don't have a position for you. As I already had a background of United States, of bachelor in business administration, and a big, list of things I could. They told me, we don't have, you're too overqualified for our position, and you should be, looking for another position. We don't have anything for you. So I said, okay, fine, I'll start with the hostess in restaurant. I didn't care. So I put in myself first, from my position, I went down and I started learning basic things from being an assistant of waiters and assistant, of the manager and etc. They could see me, they could see my qualities. And of course, I was learning always to be in the position of a learner. So if you want to open business, go to work in it, 6 months, understand, try to work there in different positions. Then you will know, maybe you don't want to work in this business. Maybe it's not your passion. Maybe it looks like your passion, but when you go in, it wouldn't be the passion. Second question, Manata, would you remind me?
It was about stereotypes that women face in business and how you overcome it.
I think we are just all, I don't know, especially in Kyrgyzstan, we are raised like this. You're never good enough. You're never good enough. You're never good enough, daughter. You didn't study good in school. You're too ambitious. And this always puts us down with our expectations. And the social position is like this. If you want to be successful, you have to be stronger and more professional and more mature and more successful than a man 10 times. Then you would say, yes, I can take this position because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's already proven fact that men, when they feel like there is requirement for a job, girls would think that she has 100% of requirements fill in, she will think and accept herself that she is maybe ready 30%. But if boy or man sees this requirement, he thinks even he is ready for 30%, he would think that he is 90% ready for this position. So this is our picture.
Awesome. I want to share that nice global and nice Kyrgyzstan self breaking all the stereotypes, letting me work with my infant child. So that's another thing. Okay, so the next question is, how do you see the development of social entrepreneurship in Kyrgyzstan over the next 5-10 years?
I'm happy that we have more social entrepreneurs. I did my first restaurant with ladies who are unfortunately were, in difficult position with their husbands. They were either, beaten by husbands or they escaped from the violent families. And we started, especially particularly looking for girls who would be, working for us. We supported them by, psychological help first, and then, of course, with the financial side. So I think this example is very, how you say, now lots of people in Kyrgyzstan, when they invite they open the projects, they always think that maybe 10% of my business would be, dedicated to a certain group of people. And I think it's getting more better and better because thanks to mass media, to the social media, we have more influence. And I cannot say that it's getting big and big, but we have lots of different organizations who involved with social volunteer, social business people. And it's becoming a trend already.
Thank you very much, Aizhan, for that practical answers to the questions that are also practical. And reading from those questions, you understand that people that ask that question, they are also in the same shoe, or they are already putting on that shoe. So they can understand they can understand the challenges that they are facing. So I think on that note, I'm just going to take a few more questions. And I want to inform our participants, if you are just joining, this is a 5-week webinar that cut across different aspects of your reality as an entrepreneur or as a CSO. So some of other webinar that we have is going to be addressing the questions that you're asking right now. So we don't want to bore Aizhan too much. We just want to make it specific. But I'm very certain that some of your questions are going to be taken care of in our next session, which is going to be on Friday. So while I say that, I want to, again, tell you, if you are just joining, this is a session that is being organized by Nice Global Impact, which cut across Kyrgyzstan, Indonesia, and Tanzania. And we want to thank our participants that are joining, also from all these countries that I've mentioned, and also those that are joining from Malaysia. We want to say a big thank you to all of you for joining. We still have we have about another 14 minutes to spend with Aizhan, and I actually think we can get much more from you within the next 14 minutes, Aizhan. So I'm going to be asking some of the pre-asked questions. These questions are not in the chat box, but they've been asked earlier before the event. So we want to put them forward to you. The first one is that looking at the reality of Aizhan, that as gone through a situation where at the beginning, the government were telling her that she needs to get approval before she can clean up the society, before she can clean up things and put the society in order. So the Aizhan that the government is interested in putting her forward, you understand, in the face of the world and attaching themselves to supporting at large scale that is even beyond Aizhan, to have brought invited presidents of other countries and king of other countries to your event. I think looking at those two ends, Aizhan, how have you been able to navigate the reality of unforeseen situations? You know, when I say unforeseen situation, I'm talking about relationship with yourself, relationship with your family, and also keeping it professional. How have you been able to navigate this situation, which I know
You are
is a
so deep,
reality?
Akib. You got me to my heart and to my to my memories. Actually, the training before I was wanted to give the lecture about positive thinking about your internal world. That when people put lots of information in books, it's good, but you always know that when you're doing something right, you feel good. When you're doing something wrong, you also feel bad, yes? And this is something inside of you, which I call God or whatever, unseen spirituality, connected to whatever, to bigger, higher world, is what I called. I had lots of situation, even I can tell you some spiritual thing which happened when I wrote a post, please come and clean up. And when my friend said, oh, we have 100 people already, wrote on Facebook, they will be coming on to us. So next morning I came to a lake, to Issyk. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was a sun rays, and I just went to a lake and I just asked for a blessing. I said, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to do it. I just want to help you. Please give me some signs that I'm doing it right. I'm so, it's the first time that I'm doing it with lots of people. And, I was standing with my shoes and this water came like in this Moana movie, it just came to me, it touched me, the wave, and I didn't get wet. It was very, a strange feeling. It like gave me a blessing, like, that a lake would come and give me the blessing. And I knew that everything would be great. And from the first day, I always feel that I am moved and supported not only by people, but by some spirits, I would say, the spirits of nature, which are always putting, when I even now feel cold, like this means that I'm really connected to the spirits. In our country, in Kyrgyz culture, we are very, when we were nomads, we were really supporting all this spiritual stuff connected to water, to fire, to air, winds, and we would respect the powers of nature. And I think what we should do now in Kyrgyzstan, get back, respect the nature, because nature is, and our Mother Earth is not happy with us. Did I answer or not?
Yes, 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 yes. You answered. I think if our participants would like to know more about Aizhan and also would like to listen to how you have been able to solve different problems or different challenges at different time, we have dropped in our chat box information about Aizhan on IG. You can connect with her and reach out to her. And we also plan something big with Aizhan in the coming days. We want you to stay tuned, because this is not just a talk show. It is not just for us to listen to sweet things about what she has done and the likes. It's about looking at how we can learn and also use the opportunity to improve our own current situation. So at NICE Global, the plan is to support you in practical activity and also support you in sustaining your business. So on that note, I want to, again, ask 3 things, Aizhan. I know you are ready.
To ask for what?
I'm going to ask you 3 more things. 3 more
Oh my
things.
God, okay.
Yes, it's very simple, actually. So if Aizhan is going to tell herself in the last 10, 20 years, what are the things Aizhan would not have ventured into if she had seen this point in time? 3 things that Aizhan would not have ventured into, and 3 things Aizhan would want others to learn from our experience.
I think that, I have a son, he's 24 years old. And I understand that my stressful life influenced him badly, unfortunately, because, I am in stress. I want to make best performance. And in stress, I can maybe I'm not controlling my emotions the way I should be. But on the other hand, I am happy that my family shared my stress because they were supportive and they were next to me. And to my Aizhan, to myself, I would say, Aizhan, don't be so stressful. Try to give it to God, because you are not the God. You're not the one who will solve all issues of the world. Because 10 years I lost, unfortunately, lost of nerves. I have health issues now because I was burning out. I really wanted to get to there. And I didn't really, I believed in God. I believed in the spiritual, whatever, messages. But on the other hand, I was putting too much pressure on myself. So I would say to Aizhan, relieve yourself, give it to God, do whatever you can, and don't give stress to anyone. I'm
Thank
honest.
you. Thank you very much, Aizhan, for that. I know that took you a lot of years to come to this sentence that you've just given us. First off is for you to identify and realize this. Second is for you to accept it, that this is the areas that you did not do very well, and you are able to share with people to learn from it. I think that is a great one for you to have been able to accept and also share that with us and also with our participants. It's a very great opportunity having someone as powerful as Aizhan from Kyrgyzstan taking us on this session for free. We are very happy and we feel privileged for having you. And I believe our participants also are very happy to have you to share your experience with us. Manota, I need to leave the steering now to you. Over to you, Manota.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks to Aizhan. I mean, what she's doing in Kyrgyzstan is really amazing. Me personally is from Issyk, and she already mentioned that she's doing her initiative in cleaning this lake. And me personally, as the resident of this place, just want to thank you for all your initiatives and for being a woman. Women are role model for the persons like me and for, for the other younger generation as well. Thank you. Just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a big honor for me to be here. As much as I can do, I will do, my best to support your project. And if you need any advices from my side, I'm always free. Happy to help you and to be around you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aizhan, for your time with us. It has been a wonderful conversation, looking at the vision of a woman and looking at the challenges that are also peculiar to that. And she's been taking us through a very great experience to telling us how she's been able to navigate all of this. And again, we really appreciate the fact that you are able to tell us that you did not start from being into the social space. You started from somewhere and you changed your career. So this is just to tell our audience, our participants, that at times you may have a passion for something, but what you think is your real passion is just a way to your real passion. So on the journey, you begin to learn that are you actually passionate about this, or you are passionate about the fame that is surrounded, or are you passionate about this, or you are passionate about the monetary benefit, financial benefit that is associated? Are you really passionate about this, or you are just passionate about your self-desire? So these are part of the things you are going to learn on your journey to success. This is part of the things you are going to learn on your entrepreneurship life. And it is good, it is fine for you to start all over. And it is also good for you to listen to people, learn from your mistakes, and be a better person. This is where we are going to be drawing the curtain for today's session. And like I told you guys, is just the beginning, and we are very proud to have a good starting with Aizhan Chynybaeva for taking us through this topic. And we are going to be having our next session on Friday, much earlier. Please stick to our channel and also stick to your email address. We are going to be sending you updates on how and when to join. And we believe that with our 5 loaded session, you are going to be a better person in your activity, in your businesses, as well as in your way to making that global impact. Monata, over to you.
That was amazing. Again, huge thanks for sharing this valuable insights. And as we shared Aizhan's Instagram profile on the chat box, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to attend our upcoming events, as Abdulhakim mentioned. And thank you once again.
Manata, thank you. Kiss your baby. When I was a vice mayor, I was 9 months, you know, my first baby was next to me. I was going everywhere with baby. So I know what is it. Good luck to you. I'm sure you'll have more kids because we need more bright people who will change this world. Thank you all. It was nice to see you.
Thank you very much, Aizhan, and thank you to all our team at the back end. Thank you, Iskandar, who happened to be our interpreter, trying to interpret from English to Kyrgyz, to all our participants from Kyrgyzstan, and also to all our participants from Tanzania, from Indonesia, from Malaysia, and also our back end team, led by Fadil and Fariz. Thank you very much for the support. And again, to all our participants, once again, we really appreciate your presence. We hope to see you as we come your way again on Friday. Thank you very much. And Ramadan Kareem to all our Muslim participants as well. See you all on Friday. Bye-bye from this side. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.